The impact of nonverbal communication on relationships. Welcome to today's video on the impact of nonverbal communication on relationships. Communication is not just about words. It is also about nonverbal cues such as facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. In this video, we'll explore how nonverbal communication impacts relationships and ways to improve nonverbal communication skills. A story was once told of a woman who worked in a nursing home. She noticed that one resident never smiled, despite her attempts to engage with her. One day, the woman brought in her young son, who smiled at the resident. To her surprise, the resident smiled back, and from then on, the woman made sure to bring her son to visit regularly, as his smile seemed to bring the resident joy. A smile, which is an example of a nonverbal communication tool, was able to break through to the resident. Again, a man went for a job interview and thought he had done well, but was surprised to receive a rejection letter. Later, he found out that the interviewer had been put off by his crossed arms and closed body language, which had made him seem defensive and unapproachable. So, we may be saying something with our mouths, but our body language is saying something different. Nonverbal communication is a way of communicating information by using body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, eye contact, and gestures. In relationships, nonverbal communication plays an essential role in understanding emotions, attitudes, and intentions. Research has shown that nonverbal communication accounts for more than half of the communication process. Nonverbal communication can have a positive or negative impact on relationships. A positive nonverbal cue, such as a smile, nod, and eye contact, can convey warmth, interest, and support, while a negative cue, such as a frown, crossed arms, and avoiding eye contact, conveys disinterest, defensiveness, and hostility. Did you know that some studies suggest that women are better at interpreting nonverbal cues than men? Different cultures interpret nonverbal cues differently. For example, in some cultures, direct eye contact is a sign of respect, while in others, it can be perceived as a sign of aggression. Several benefits can be gained by improving nonverbal communication skills between individuals, including greater understanding, fewer conflicts, and stronger bonds. So, what can we do to improve our nonverbal communication skills in relationships? Here are some tips to help improve your nonverbal communication skills in relationships. Number 1. Observe your own nonverbal cues. Start by paying attention to your own nonverbal communication. You should observe the way you stand, the way you hold your arms, the way you express yourself facially, the tone of your voice, and your gestures. Ask yourself what messages you are sending and how they might be interpreted by others. Be aware of the messages you are sending through your nonverbal cues. Number 2. Observe and respond to your partner's nonverbal cues. Learn to observe your partner's nonverbal cues carefully. Pay attention to their facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language. You can show empathy, interest, and support by mirroring their nonverbal cues or using your own nonverbal cues. Number 3. Practice active listening. Active listening is an essential skill in improving nonverbal communication in relationships. It involves paying attention to the speaker, making eye contact, and providing feedback to show that you are listening and understand their message. Number 4. Use appropriate eye contact. Eye contact is an essential component of nonverbal communication. Too much or too little eye contact can convey different messages. Use appropriate eye contact by maintaining eye contact while listening and breaking eye contact while speaking. Number 5. Be mindful of your facial expressions. Your facial expressions can convey powerful messages about your emotions and intentions. Practice using appropriate facial expressions such as smiling. Number 6. Use appropriate gestures. While gestures can be used to emphasize your message, overusing them can be annoying. Employ culturally appropriate gestures that are appropriate for your message. In relationships, nonverbal communication is extremely important. It is crucial that we are conscious of the messages that we are conveying through our nonverbal clues and that we develop effective nonverbal communication techniques. You may increase understanding, lessen conflict, and strengthen connections with people by developing your nonverbal communication abilities in interpersonal interactions. Follow these ideas daily, and with time, you will see a favorable impact on your relationships. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one.